Olá. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, Philip.
Hey, sorry about that. I was watching soccer.
No, no worries. Hey, I'm gonna let you in to speak to Epi to get you get you on your way.
Okay.
Uh, he's just meeting with somebody in person. He'll come on in a minute, and I'll put you guys in a breakout room.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Philip, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put you in the breakout room, and as soon as Epi's ready, uh, he'll go in there with you. That way I can address everybody else, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Oh, as soon as I'm done with Epi, should I just be considered excused or what?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys come to some type of agreement, he'll announce it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right, thanks.
Ms. Garza,
Yes, Your Honor.
um, I have Mr. Goff speaking to Epi here in a minute in the breakout room. As soon as they're done, I'm gonna put you in there
Okay.
with him. Uh, that way I can get the lawyers
Okay.
on their way, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it. And thank you, Judge. I'm sorry about this morning. I wasn't aware of the hearing.
No worries. Okay. Who's your client, Ms. Garza?
It's Cynthia Ann Martinez.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, well, I'll put you in there in just a minute, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Did you need me, Judge?
No, Ms. Garza, I'm gonna let everybody else in the room, but as soon as Epi's available, I'm not even gonna tell you anything. I'm just gonna put you in a breakout.
Okay, no problem, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Coming by, but I'll definitely take care of that one. I just need to,
Hello.
Good afternoon. My name is Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Rothschild Municipal Court. We're gonna get started here in just a few minutes. We're trying to get some people connected to their audio. So please be patient with us. For those of you that are already connected, if you have the ability and know-how, if you can go change the name of your device to reflect your name, it would make it easier for me when I look to see who's present in the courtroom. So if you have the ability to do that, please do it. Those of you who cannot hear me, it's because you're not connected to audio. We're going to get started here shortly. Thank you. Mr. Isasi,
Yes, sir. On Mr. Carney, believe Mr. Goff's going to forward to me a motion to quash the complaint, challenging the complaint on some issues we talked about. And I'm gonna look at those, and he's gonna work on that and send it to us while we're still here this afternoon.
okay. All right, Mr. Goff, then we'll wait to hear from you. In the meantime, you're excused. You're on mute, Mr. Goff.
Would you like me to file that and then just log off or hang around? Because I have to leave for another court here in about 20 minutes or so.
You can just call the court. Mr. Isasi will be available by phone.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Isasi, I'm going to put you in with Miss Garza
Okay,
while I speak to everybody else, okay?
sure.
I think she's the only other lawyer left in the room. So let me get y'all in a breakout room. And
Thank you.
it's from a case from this morning, Mr. Isasi.
Okay. I think she had talked to me on that one.
Okay, let me put y'all in there.
Okay.
Okay, we still have a couple of people that are not connected to their audio, but we'll just deal with them as it comes. Once again, my name's Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. Today's date is December 13, 2023. The time is approximately 1:53 p.m. We're on the record. What that means is that everything here is being recorded on the in-court recording device. In addition, we're also being recorded through Zoom as the proceedings are being conducted via Zoom. If you're here today, that means that you're here on the pretrial docket. You've already entered in a plea of not guilty, and you're here to either present any pretrial motions you may have, or if you wish, if you wish to speak to the prosecutor to try to resolve your case. If you are unable to resolve your case today, then your case is going to be set for trial. It may be on the it's going to be your choice whether it's on the jury trial docket or on the trial before the court docket. Okay. If there's anyone here today that knows that they have no pretrial motions to present, and they do not want to speak to the prosecutor, and you just want to go ahead and have your matter set for trial, if you'll let me know, I'll note that you were present today and we will excuse you, okay? In addition, if there's anybody here today who wants to change their plea from guilty to not guilty or to no contest and go open to the court, which means go before the court, which is me, and let me decide what sentencing is going to be, you also have that right, okay? Or you can speak to the prosecutor, and if you don't like what the prosecutor is offering, you can always go open to the court. But know this: whatever I say, that is going to be the ruling of the court. There's no going back and saying, "Hey, I like what the prosecutor offered better," and change your mind. Okay. So at this time, is there anybody in the courtroom that knows that they do not want to speak to the prosecutor and just want to have their matter set for trial? If you'll let me know at this time, I will go ahead and excuse you. Okay, I'm going to assume everybody here wants to speak to the prosecutor. Is there anybody here with any pre-filed pretrial motions? Okay.
I am. Yes.
Mr. Guajardo.
Yes.
Yes, sir. How can I, you said something?
Oh, yeah. I got stopped for no insurance.
Okay,
the
Mr.
rough-
Guajardo, I'm going to call your case here in a little bit and you'll be able to speak to the prosecutor, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. In the meantime, I ask everyone to keep their devices on mute. When it's your turn, I ask you to unmute your device and then we'll be able to go from there. Okay, any questions before I get started? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call the docket to note who's here today. Court calls number 2207-004135 and 2302-000741, Fernando Amisquita. Court calls number 2302-000833 and 2308-000129, Luis Arellano. Mr. Isasi, you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. On Cynthia and Martinez's case, I've reviewed the information, the reports, and the way it's charges assault family violence. And it doesn't meet those elements, Judge, of the family violence provision. There's no relationship. So based on that legal argument, I'm going to go ahead and move for dismissal.
Okay, the court will grant that dismissal. Ms. Garza, if you want a copy of that, if you'll contact the clerks, they'll get you a copy. And,
Thank you, Your Honor.
okay, you're excused.
May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You're welcome. You too. All right, court calls, 2102-000222, State of Texas versus Terriana Bradley.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Bradley, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. He'll be with you shortly. Court calls 2302-002075, State of Texas versus Victor Canales. Court calls number 2302-001287, Lucas Carney.
That's Judge, that was Mr. Goff.
Okay, that was Mr. Goff, my bad. Okay, got it. Court calls number 2302-001515, Valerie de la Cruz.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Ms. de la Cruz, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, sir.
All right, he'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Court calls number 2207-004041 and 2302-00697, Veronica Gonzalez. Court calls number 2309-000327, Ricardo Guajardo. Ricardo Guajardo. Mr. Guajardo, you already indicated you wanted to speak to the prosecutor. He'll be with you shortly. Court calls number 1904002-737 and 1907004-615, State of Texas versus Jose Antonio Jarro. Jose Antonio.
Right here, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Jarro. Okay, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Court calls number 2302-001306 and 2309-000117, Francisco Padron. Francisco Padron. Court calls number 2207-004170 and 2302-000745, Priscilla Luce.
I'm here,
Priscilla-
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Do you wish to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Crystal, do we have Miss Martinez? Is that the one Mr. Isas already met with?
Yeah, she was
Yes.
requesting a non-jury trial judge.
Okay, all right. Court calls number 2308-000014. Michael, is it NG Nigo?
It's no, sir.
No, okay, Mr. No, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, please. I'd like to speak with the prosecutor.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right,
Court
thank
calls number 2308-000387, Zach Perez. Zach Perez. Zach Perez.
Your Honor, I've taken care of that ticket, Judge.
Okay, thank you, sir. Court calls number 2207-001965, 1966, and 2207-003899, Noemi Rodriguez. Noemi Rodriguez. Noemi Rodriguez. Court calls number 2308-000415, that's also Naomi Rodriguez. 2302-002041, Isaiah Ruiz. Isaiah Ruiz. Isaiah Ruiz. Court calls number 2308-000388, Jake Ruiz. Mr. Ruiz, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor? You're on mute, Mr. Ruiz.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, he'll be with you shortly. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls number 2302-001025, Cassandra Sierra. Cassandra Sierra.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Ms. Sierra, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he'll be with you shortly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls number 2102-000398, 2105-000985, 2102-000417, 2105-001027, 2008-003163, 3164, 2012-004786, 2106-001269, and 2109-002280. State of Texas versus Shelby Trevino. Shelby Trevino. Shelby Trevino. Court calls number 2302-000636, Christopher Vasquez. Christopher Vasquez. Christopher Vasquez. Is there anybody's name I did not call here today? Crystal, there's a gentleman on here that I don't believe his audio is working. If you can send him a message, I would appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting people in the breakout rooms. The first person is gonna be Miss Bradley. Okay, everyone else, if you'll just please wait patiently, know this, if under normal circumstances, you guys would have to be sitting in my courtroom waiting for your case to be called. At least with Zoom, you're able to maybe multitask, do other things while you wait for your case to be called. But please remember that you are in fact in a courtroom, and I ask that you conduct yourself accordingly. And when I say that, just use your common sense. I've had people, show up without a shirt, on Zoom. I had to tell that individual to remember he was in the courtroom, or eating while you're on Zoom. Just use your common sense. But for the most part, we try to accommodate everybody. So if you have any questions, or if you need to grab my attention while you're sitting there, just say, Judge, I will be sitting here, but my video will be off, but I will be able to respond to you. Thank you. You have an announcement, Mr. Isasi?
Yes, on Ms. Bradley, Your Honor, we've worked out her cases. She's going to, in fact, she had already pled on the speeding ticket. But she still has to make payment. She hasn't paid anything. So I told her as soon as she makes full payment on that one, which is a total of $401.57, I would at that point be submitting a dismissal on the violation of promise to appear. And she's to contact Cynthia here and make arrangements with her on paying this out.
Did you give a time period? I'd like to have some type of.
Yes, she's gonna pay it off in two payments, the last one being here towards the end of January.
Okay, all right. All right, Ms. Bradley, if you can turn on your mic and turn on your camera, please. Ms. Bradley, Mr. Isasi announced that he's willing to recommend dismissal of the case if you in fact are able to take care of the underlying ticket in the agreed upon time. If that's the case, I will approve the dismissal, okay?
Yes,
All right, thank you very much. You're excused.
thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. All right, next we have Valerie de la Cruz, Mr. Isasi.
Anyone?
Isasi.
Yes, sir. On Ms. De La Cruz, she's in the same situation as Ms. Bradley was. She's got a couple more payments left on the initial citation, and once that's paid off, I'll submit the dismissal on this one.
Okay, Ms. De La Cruz, you heard Mr. Isasi. If you're able to pay off the underlying ticket within the agreed upon time, the court will follow Mr. Isasi's recommendation and offer dismissal of the case, okay?
Okay, do I need to call him and let him know when that's paid off, or he'll be notified?
The clerks will know.
Okay.
And then they'll submit the dismissal to him for signature.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Isasi, next we have Mr. Ricardo Guajardo.
Okay. No insurance.
What color? Don't block this thing. Go ahead and do it. We're gonna have to pay this card off. Yeah, okay, all right. I don't know, I'm gonna see right now, I gotta put it in. Literally. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Guajardo, in return for his plea of no contest, it'll be a 60-day deferred, a fine of 265, court cost of 81, for a total of 346. And the first payment will be paid on this Friday, December the 15th. And then the second and final payment will be due by January 15th of 2024.
Mr. Guajardo, I need you to unmute your device. You need to take your device off of mute, Mr. Guajardo.
Okay. Okay.
Raise,
Can you hear me?
can you, yes, can you please raise your right hand? You gotta raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Guajardo, you can put your hand down. You are Ricardo Guajardo, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Guajardo, Mr. Isasi has announced to the court that you've come to an agreement regarding your citation. And Mr. Isasi, can you recite that agreement again, please?
Yes, sir. In return for his plea of no contest, it'll be a 60-day deferred, a fine of 265, court cost of $81. It'll be a total of 346. And his first payment will be due on or before December 15th of 2023, which is this Friday. And then the second payment would be due on or before January 15th of 2024.
And for how long of a deferral period, Mr. Isasi?
60 days.
Okay. All right, Mr. Guajardo, you heard the agreement that Mr. Isasi announced. Is that your agreement?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to approve it?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Are you asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes.
Okay, the court will approve the agreement. Mr. Guajardo, it's very important that you come by the Rothschild Municipal Court or call the court clerks to make arrangements to sign off on the paperwork, okay?
Okay. When do I need to go in and do that?
Either today or tomorrow, or at least call in today or tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Okay. I'll
Thank you.
probably call it.
Thank you, sir. You're excused.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Isasi. Next, we have Jose Jarro.
Antonio Haru.
Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. In Mr. Haro's case, in return for his plea of no contest to 1904002737, which is the expired registration, it'll be $100 fine, court costs in the amount of $222.80, and he'll be placed on 30-day deferred. And this amount of, I think the total amount will be $322.80. That would be paid in Stanter. He's gonna call in a few minutes and pay that off today.
Okay.
And then
Mr. Haro?
the failure to appear will be dismissed.
Okay. Mr. Haro, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Jose Haro?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Haro, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the proposed plea bargain agreement.
Oh, no.
Is that what you're asking the court to do?
Yes, sir.
The court will approve that agreement. Mr. Haro, if you can call in to the clerks and get that amount paid off, Mr. Isasi will submit an order for dismissal. On the second case, on the first one that you're pleading to, don't get in trouble in the 30-day period. And everything gets paid off, the case will get dismissed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You're excused. Okay, Mr. Isasi, next we have Priscilla Luce.
I'm here.
And then we're waiting for him for the end. The what?
Mr. Isasi,
Yes, sir.
you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. On Ms. Luce, what we're doing is on the 23/0/2007 which is the failure to appear. He is going to enter a plea of no contest to that and be placed on 60-day deferred, a fine of 105. The court costs are 283.70. And a first payment to be made by December 22nd of this year, which is not this Friday, but the coming Friday. And then the remaining case, the 4170, to be dismissed pursuant to this agreement.
Okay, Ms. Luce,
Yes, sir.
can you please turn on your camera?
Let me see. It says it's on.
It's showing nothing but black.
Okay. The option says stop video. I don't know.
Well, that's fine. Just let me know. I need you to raise your right hand.
Okay, my right hand is raised.
Okay, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are Priscilla Luce?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Luce, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the agreement that y'all discussed, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will approve that agreement. I just need you to either come by the Robstown Municipal Court before 5 today or at the latest tomorrow, or call into the court to make arrangements, but it's important that you sign off on your documents, okay?
Okay, I'll be in tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your excuse.
Do I end the video?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. All right, Mr. Isasi, next we have Mr. Neo.
Okay.
Isasi, do y'all have an agreement?
Yes, sir, on Mr. Nyo.
Before you recite it, let me go ahead and swear him in, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Neal, can you please raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Michael Neal, correct?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Isasi?
Okay, in this case, Judge, it'll be in return for his plea of no contest, be a 60-day deferred, a fine in the amount of 114.90, court cost of 134, with the first payment being made on or before January 15th of 2024.
Okay, and so long as it's paid by the 60th day, the final payment, Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And he is from Houston, but he's gonna be in the area tomorrow, so he's gonna stop by the court and sign the paperwork.
okay, perfect. Mr. Neal, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the proposed agreement. Are you asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes, I am. So my only question was if I do pay that before the 60 days, then the deferment would be over.
Well, no, because I signed an order before then and it's gonna have 60 days on there. If you wanted to, if you know you can pay it before the 60th day, I can do a 30-day one. But we're gonna sign an order here probably by tomorrow. So if I sign a 60-day order, then if you pay it off before, it's still gonna be
The
over on the
deferment?
60th.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I mean, I don't have the money right now to do that, so I'll have to do the 60-day.
Yeah, and so long as you don't get any other, traffic citations, the case will get dismissed on the 60th day, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Neal, then we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Sure. Mr. Isasi, next we have Mr. Jake Reese.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna put you in a room with Mr. Isasi.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Isasi?
Okay, Mr. Ruiz, Your Honor, what we're gonna do is, request a reset, a 90-day reset, on his case, and then we can come back and visit. And he's going through some interview process that, hopefully this won't affect him and he can get that job, within that time frame. So if we can, reset it for 90 days, hopefully that'll help him out.
Okay, all right, Mr. Reese, we'll send you a reset. The court will grant that requested continuance. Your excuse. Thank you. All right, next, Mr. Isasi, we have Cassandra Sierra.
Okay.
Sir, can you hear me? The individual with the headphones, can you hear me? Your audio is not on, sir. You may have to log off and log on again. And when it asks you to connect to audio, you need to say yes. See,
Yes, sir. On Ms. Sierra's case, Your Honor, in return for a plea of no contest, and it's gonna be a straight out conviction because it's a CDL. It'll be a fine in the amount of $75, court cost of $134 for a total of $209, and that's gonna be paid in Stanter. I'll pay that off today.
Ms. Sierra, can you please raise your right hand and unmute your device? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Sierra, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the agreement. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes, sir.
The court will approve that agreement. Ms. Sierra, if you can just make arrangements by calling the court so you can sign off on your paperwork and get the fine and court costs paid.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Isasi, we have one more individual.
Okay.
He does not have audio. I've texted him or direct messaged him to try to call the court. Crystal, do you have any idea who this individual is? Crystal, I cannot hear you. No.
I wonder if he can hear us.
I think he can hear us.
Judge, can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, no one has made contact, Judge, with the office here to let us know that they're having issues. I don't know who that gentleman is.
Okay, give me the phone. Hold on, I'm gonna send another chat. What's the number to the court?
361
Uh-huh.
933 5200. I've sent him a chat message and he hasn't responded to my messages.
All right, well, we're gonna get off because it doesn't seem like he.
Yeah, he'll probably call when we get off, and I'll take his call.
Yeah, Mr. Isasi, were you able to look at Mr. Goff's motion?
Oh, I have not yet. Let me look at it. Did he send it in?
I have it, Mr. Isasi. Let me take it to you.
And that was on who was his client? Carney? Yeah, Carney was this.
Sir, can you hear me, sir? Can you please give a thumbs up if you can hear me? Hold on, Epi, I'll let you review.
Okay.
Crystal, what's the number?
361 933 5200. Who's that?
Yes, ma'am. Hey. Do I give up that vibe? Ooh, they got nuts. These I can share.
Judge, what are you doing over there?
Well, they gave us a little snack, Crystal. They gave us a little snack, which I'm gonna grab a few and I'm gonna pass them on down the line. Oh, too many. Okay, Epi,
Yes, sir.
you have a chance to read that motion?
Yes, and I agree to it. I mean, this is something we talked about before, and I had just asked him put it in by way of motion. And based on that, Judge, I'm very defective complaint dismissal.
Okay, Epi, then prepare that dismissal and I'll sign off on it.
Thank you, Judge.
I have this other individual, I feel bad, he's been on here the whole time. I don't know how else to relay it, Crystal. I've shown him. I've asked him to call,
That's good. Can't have too many.
so we'll just wait and see if he calls us, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
Judge.
All right,
Yes, Judge.
the time is 3:11. We're off. the
Yeah, I
record.
still have them, Judge.